Fresno State will kick it off, and we will be underway.
Here he comes from inside his own 5.
Nice, just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. So Indiana's offense will take the field first. And guys, any discussion about this offense has to start and end with the guy behind center.
Yeah, I mean, the quarterback, he gets the ball on every play. He's got to be the leader. He's got to be able to throw the football. So many times you see Jesse where they can run it as well, but he's the captain usually on most teams. It starts and ends with him.
Yeah, and David, the thing you love about this guy, too, is he's such a good distributor and facilitator with the football. He knows this offense like the back of his hand, and he's able to take advantage of all the different weapons they have surrounding him.
Got behind those pads and picked up 3 out to the 35.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
The Hoosiers come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. And they'll get it to the 39-yard line, and they'll move the chains. Offense set on 1st down. Just when they're looking run, now up top. Fires to the big fella.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on 1st down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for the quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41.
Man, who says you can't run up the middle anymore, right? Everybody thinks, I got to make big plays. I got to go way out to the left, way out to the right, way out in space. Nope, right down the middle. Nice blocking. How about the running back? You could tell.
Turning it on. Touchdown, Hoosiers. He got loose, and it was lights out after that.
And every team has their script, and they want to get the game off on this foot, and they want to make sure that they have balance and get these plays in and assert the line of scrimmage. Run the football, and they do. They create the explosive run, and they open this football game with a touchdown.
From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. So Fresno State's offense will go to work for the first time today. The matchup we'll be watching in this one really takes you back. Big-time running back going right into the face of a tackling machine at linebacker, David.
Yeah, and we're going to see this individual battle a lot. Not just in pass coverage when they match up, but just meeting in home.
And he is snowed under. Sacked at the 7.
This offense already in the black zone, a little bit backed up. How do they want to respond? They come out to throw the football, be aggressive, and this defense was ready, and they got pressure on the quarterback and got a sack on the very first snap.
And the Bulldogs with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
That's such a great physical play by the defense because this is one of the bigger, more physical running backs you'll see in the country, and we're used to seeing him push the pile the other direction. Not that time. It's the big guys up front on defense getting penetration, and they're sending him back for a tackle for loss.
Fresno State will have to punt. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. So from the shadow of his goalpost, he gets the punt away. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. Indiana sends the offense onto the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with the 1st down. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. Virtually unblocked, and he stopped for a loss of 8. And the Hoosiers trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Here comes the option. He's in open space downfield. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Indiana!
Man, you've seen the evolution of the option, and you've seen the evolution of...
And it's a fake, and the kicker's going to throw it. And they'll knock him down. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. This should be the last play of the quarter. Looking to pass. It's Iamaleava. Gets it out quickly. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the second quarter. Clock strikes 0 here in the quarter, and Indiana is on top. And they jumped out to that edge early. As we wrap up the first, let's take a quick look at our game stats. Now, the challenge here, they've taken a punch, but they can't let it get out of hand as we start the second.
And that's exactly what you want to do as a defense, man. You want to get penetration and not let that tank get downhill. Because when he gets downhill at that rate and that size, it could be a problem for your defense. Get him before he gets started.
Just nowhere to go against this defense to find that single yard he needed on third down. The kick is on its way. He'll field the punt and look for room. Slips through the line. Very little will make a crowd hold its breath like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. He wants to start this drive with a pass. And he dropped it. It looked for all the world like that would be a catch, and he just got too excited. Plenty of work to do here on second and long. After the incompletion, they go back up top. Fires to the right. And they're not on the same page there. They've got to come up with a big play on this third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Oh, he makes the catch. Third down conversions are huge, and they've got one, and they're at the 35. The Hoosiers have it with a 1st and 10. After the pickup of 9, it's 2nd and 1. Down to 2 minutes before the half, and they'll take the timeout and see if they can add a little more before the break. After the 9-yard pickup on 1st down, here's 2nd and 1. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. Finds his tight end. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the 1st down.
I love when QBs break the pocket and still look to attack. Because as soon as you break the pocket, I'm thinking, oh, man, he's going to take off and run, and I might come up. But those big plays can be made down the field. Nice job by the quarterback keeping his eyes down.
Ball is loose. Oh, and just like they threw it up, put it on the ground, fall on top of it, still get the 1st down. And the Hoosiers trying to pay off the threat on 1st and goal. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. On the doorstep of cashing it in for the offense. Looking to throw, it's Chang. Buys a little time with his feet. Touchdown, Hoosiers! Quick strike through the air for the score.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now on game.
Catches it inside his 20. Chance to really gain some ground. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Looking to throw on 1st down. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. The Bulldogs have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception. This offense has it with really good field position. They'll send the back in motion. One man in the backfield, and he gets it. And he'll pick up one. It brings up 2nd and 9. Kept it on the ground on 1st down, now back to the line. Back to pass on 2nd down. On the run, deep down the right side. And the incomplete pass taking a shot on 2nd down, and they'll be left with a 3rd down. He'll try to pop the draw. There he goes. Offenses gain momentum with third down conversions like that. They've got it at the 25. Would they go for a big play on 1st and 10? Slithers into space. He has the first and still on his feet. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. They've moved it into scoring territory, 1st and 10 from the 11. Back to throw, it's Chang. They're working that left side. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Now the play fake. And the quarterback goes down all the way back at his 4-yard line. Quick timeout from the offense to save precious seconds. Timeout, Indiana. They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. Wants to throw on 3rd down. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Touchdown, Indiana! The offense puts up 6 with that trip to the end zone.
I gotta tell you, this offense has done some really good things here in this first half, and that was so critical. Scoring.
Forget the kick, he's gonna throw it. He makes the catch in the end zone, and that trickery works to perfection for the 2. The Hoosiers will kick it away first, and we'll start the 2nd half. From inside the 10, here he comes. And the returner goes down. Fresno State takes over, and the offense will go back to work. Got blown out in the first half, and now just desperate to find anything to generate momentum here in the 3rd quarter.
It just starts with one play, though. You just need one thing to go right.
And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9.
And a great job by the defense, dropping in zone coverage, all eyes on the quarterback, taking away the options, and then finally the pass rush gets home, gets him on the ground.
Looking for a crease, it's Baxter. That is a big win for this defense, as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. You make up the game plan, and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. They go to the wide receiver screen. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. Fresno State will have to punt it away. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Makes the catch at the midfield logo. Makes a move. And the returner will be brought down. Indiana has the ball back, and the Hoosier offense comes out ready to go. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
Looking to throw, it's Chang. Steps away. He's got an open man. Touchdown, Hoosiers! He found some open space and turned on the Jets.
Man, this guy is an elite tight end. This guy is a dude. He keeps making plays like this. We're going to start comparing him to Brock Bowers and Kyle Pitts. The run after the catch, the big body, the athletic ability. He has it all.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. The fake. Kicker's going to run for it. He's not going to make it. Stopped short of the goal line, and they are unable to extend this lead any further.
34, Fresno State.
He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. Starts a drive trying to go up top. Right down the middle. Fires complete on the crosser. A little more space. Open up that playbook even more as they pick up the first down out to the 30. To the air on first down. Here's a heat. Pass rush. Gets there. Gets home. Gets him down at the 23. And the Bulldogs now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Motion from the back. Trying play action. Makes the grab. It's Wilson. Pulled down for the tackle.
It's really nice when you're an offensive coach and you can basically attack the whole field. You got an arm like this and you can just, boom, put it on a line. It's really nice to have that.
Rush is on him. Going to try to get it himself. He stopped at the 32-yard line. Not enough for the first down.
There was just nowhere to go with the football for the quarterback throwing it. So he tried to create, he tried to extend the play with his legs, just not able to get away from the defense, and now we have fourth down.
Fresno State will have to punt. He'll try to really get into this one. Catches it at the 30. Tries to find a little more running room on that return, but he'll be stopped at the 36. They'll try to put a drive together starting from the 36. Off play action on first down. Skips away from pressure. Throwing right. Got his man downfield. It's a running room. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Indiana! Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board.
Well, in the modern era of college football, you're seeing more and more athletic tight ends, like what you just saw right there. The defense had no chance covering that guy down the field. He makes them look silly on his way in for the long touchdown.
Lining up for the PAT. The kick is up and good, and put one more on the lead. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead.
Fresno State, 0.
Here's the return from inside his 10. And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. First play of this drive comes from the 14-yard line. They'll go to the ground. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front.
And after your defense just went out there and gave up a touchdown and let them build the lead more, you really need to come out with this drive and answer. And the running game is not it. They were ready for that. Gonna have to create some explosive plays through the passing game.
Dropping back, it's Iamaleava. And he is snowed under. Sacked at the 7. Timeout called here by the defense. It's their first of the half. Plenty of time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Breaks into the open. He stopped short of the sticks. They tried to pick it up with a screen, but they'll be facing a 4th down. As we enter the 4th quarter, let's see if anything memorable can come from this one. Fresno State will have to punt it away. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. Yet another punt on the way. Got to make sure that hamstring stays loose. He's been busy. And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. Indiana sends the offense onto the field. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at him. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. Now he's going to break the pocket. Throwing on the run. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive.
Obviously, this game hasn't gone the way they would have liked, but coaches are always looking for positive moments and things that you can build on. How about that young man going out, getting an interception? Yeah, they're being blown out. They're probably not going to win this football game, but that is the type.
And the rush will get to him at the 25.
And how about this defense? They got the donut going. And here's one thing I'll tell you about the donut. Late in the game, you're talking about on the field. We want to finish this thing and keep that 0 on the scoreboard. No matter who's in the game, who we've rotated, everybody's trying to get a 0 up there.
Bringing the heat. And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again.
And they get him again. This has not been the day we expected. This young man, we expect great things. Like, he is one of the better players in college football. You think he'd come out, put on a show, but this defense has had his number all game long.
Now 3rd and long, and trying to play catch-up in more ways than one after that earlier sack. 2 minutes now left in this one, and time is running short if they want to find a way to pull this one out. The defense all revved up after that earlier sack, and they'll try to stop him right here. On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. And this defense has maxed out this pressure. Another sack. Fresno State will have to punt. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Let's see what he can do with it. He gets a block. Tries to find a little more running room on that return, but he'll be stopped at the 36. They'll put it in play from the 36 for the first play of the drive. They'll keep it on the ground. They want this clock to move. Steaming into the backfield to make the stop, and he'll lose 4. Lost 5 on that first play, and now it's 2nd and 15. Handoff from the gun. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down.
Offense has a huge lead right now in the 4th quarter, and they're just going to run this football to try to ice the game. Being more dominant, being more physical at the point of attack.
He wants to change this route. Looking for a man. It's Chang. He'll try to do it himself. He makes a little bit of headway and is pushed out of bounds at the 43. And the Hoosiers can really attack on this 2nd and short. Trying to surprise him with the pass. Gets rid of it. Caught near the sticks. It's Johnson. Couldn't quite get it into the end zone. He goes out of bounds at the 3, but they are in business. And while this game is all but decided, the offense's job is to score. So they might try to score. And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
Man, this has been a complete performance. The defense has been lights out, and the offense, obviously, just continues to pour it on. This is what you call having a great day. Putting it all together, offense, defense, complementary football.
48, Fresno State, 0.
Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. First snap of this drive will come from inside the 15 at their own 14-yard line. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Very little running room, if any, and he just hasn't had anywhere to go in this one.
I know a lot of people were thinking there was a chance this defense could contain one of the best running backs in all of college football. I don't know if anybody thought they would dominate him and completely shut him down the way they have. Negative rushing yards in the game for this guy. You cannot say enough just about how physical this defense has been. Playing with...
Oh, he's got some space. He's going to have enough to pick up the first down as they stop him at the 33-yard line.
Well, this offense has not put their best product on the field today. They've got no points to show for any of their efforts so far, but they've still got a chance. But if it's going to happen, it has to happen now in this 2-minute situation. This is where their playmakers need to step up.
They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. Fresno State back to work with a fresh set of downs. Still firing away as they'll go down swinging. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening. Well, this one had all the suspense of a bug hurtling his way toward a windshield, and they did splatter them. An absolutely dominating performance.
You got to give the coaching staff a ton of credit. They obviously had their guys ready to play and motivated right from the opening kick. All three phases we saw, just spectacular football. No mental mistakes, David. You really can't play better than that.
Nah, it's really fun to do this. Come out and just dominate opponents. Start from finish. Nothing to worry about. You just know you're better. You're going to do you, put up a bunch of points, and win by a lot of points.